This is a new recent take for a beginner guide for Project Zomboid, and I will show you, talk about tips and tricks you should know, and I also suggest watching my other two more in-depth guides. They are a little bit older, but not much, and have all the things you need to know. Only thing outdated is the TV show thing. So let's start. Traits are important. There's a very long talk on that in the other video I mentioned already. I link it in the comments, so go watch this one if you need knowledge about traits. Anyway, this is what I actually play on. Don't be nervous about that red indications. Okay, I would say if you actually don't want to train your fighting skills with challenges beforehand, start with the survivor mode, which is the standard mode for Project Zomboid. First things first, press escape to go to options, then change the aim outline from ranged weapons to any weapon. This highlights zombies you're aiming at with ranged weapons, and if in range it makes it much easier to know what and how many zombies you hit when you swing your weapon in melee. More about that later. That being said, our first goal is to loot some food. A can opener, eat as much as you can when you've chosen the underweight trait till it's gone. Yes, you can get rid of it. It takes a while. It's important that you see the 2 arrows showing up here. That means you're gaining weight very fast. Also loot every magazine and book or VHS cassette. Reading books beforehand give you a nice experience boost. After reading you can watch TV shows or VHS or execute a corresponding skill, for example cooking or farming, and get a good additional amount of experience points. The only channel you can learn from at specific times is the live and living TV channel. If you choose the TV route without reading books or only some before watching to gain experience, you should know these TV shows will shut off. I've asked in the official project Discord if they prefer reading books for XP boost and then watch VHS, or still use the TV, and many say VHS is overpowered at the moment. So yeah, choose your kind of way to get its skills done. Here you can see the TV show times. Better get a digital watch to not miss any. The watch also has an alarm you can use so you don't sleep too long in the morning. Next is finding a weapon to equip and also a backpack, because you can only shove one zombie at a time if no weapon is equipped, but with a weapon you can shove up to 3, and after this comes the next hint: use your foot to stomp zombies as often as you can, instead of wearing down your weapon. If you are able to shove zombies on the ground, you can stand on them while shoving more incoming zombies to the ground and stomp their head to get them killed very quickly. And of course, if you find some boots, wear them. They not only give insulation and excellent weather protection, they boost your stomp damage as well. Yes, they make you a little bit slower, but that's nothing compared to the benefits you get. I swear. Wear boots. Crouching near zombies lets you level up the sneaking level. This is the ability to avoid detection and make less noise. Each level will decrease the footstep sound radius multiplier when sneaking, starting at 120% at level 0, from 0 to level 1 it's 30% less, from 1 to 2 10% less, and from that on 5% per level, which is quite much. Especially if you can get close to a horde without getting spotted, you get very much experience points for it. Use it to your advantage. Pressing Q while crouching doesn't let your player yell very loud, instead it's more like a psst. It's very useful to use indoor because you can check if there are zombies nearby without calling a lot of zombies around towards you. And as you can see right here, you can also use windows and fences to your advantage to kill them. But just make sure you don't try it on too many, because they can lunge at you if you don't stomp them after they go through a window or over a fence. If we had pressed Q to yell without sneaking, they would have come towards us. The door flash is also a very nice tool to check for zombies behind doors. Simply press E and press it fast again to close it without zombies coming through. In a short moment you can check what's behind without getting eaten. But please don't mess it up. I suggest using the Q method while crouching. You can use it in combination if no zombie knocks on the door. Just use the door flash to see what's far behind the door. Let's talk about how to lose zombies following you. To lose following zombies you can try to break line of sight with trees, but be aware there could be some in front of you. A better way to lose them is moving around houses, so they get lost on windows and doors. Also on edges they lose line of sight, and you should do this while running in crouch mode. Usually you lose many zombies that way and a small amount can be killed easily. Let's talk about a combination of blunt and blade weapons. If you don't wear a belt yet, wear one. You can attach weapons to it and use it like a hotbar with the corresponding number keys. But be aware if you have a bag or else a container equipped, primary or secondary slot, and you switch to a double-handed weapon, it will be unequipped, and as you know, this can be very bad, because if that bag was full of stuff, you are overloaded, slower, weaker, and if that happens in a bad moment, it can be your death. If you only use single-handed weapons, that's not much of a problem. But why use a combination anyway? Because you can use the blunt one to kill zombies you want to close from undamaged, and use the blade one if you don't care. My most favorite double-handed weapon is the crafted spear, but it breaks very fast in the beginning if you don't have maintenance skill yet. It's not rare that the spear breaks after 2 to 5 uses if maintenance is at 0. But its high damage, reach and renewability is just absolutely fantastic. Blunt I mostly use the crowbar, hammers or the baseball bat. Late game the spear is a beast and it also has a nice spear charge, good for lone zombies. Just hold Alt to 1. After some seconds the 1 animation will turn into a charge 1. Now about cars. Having a car early has multiple advantages. You can travel very fast. Depending on which car you found, you have a large mobile storage unit, and if you found or plan to find a safe house, you can very easily get your stuff back to the safe house before you again go out searching for stuff. Also it's good for the helicopter event. More about that later. Especially with the burglar trait you can hotwire cars, and it also gives you +2 light-footed, +2 nimble and +2 sneaking. A very valuable trait to choose and enables you to get a car very early. Car keys can be found on the ground near the vehicle, inside nearby houses, inside the vehicle itself in the ignition, glove box and car set, or on a zombie body nearby. To get into a car without a key, break the window with pressing V nearby. But don't do it on the driver's seat, just choose another window. But don't smash it like I did, equip a weapon beforehand. Or you bleed like I do. If you have an empty gas can, you can siphon gas from cars. Pressing V near a vehicle with a gas can in your main inventory and equipped will indicate that the car has gas to fuel your main car. You can also get gas from a gas station. You can refuel your gas can or just the car directly if it is near enough the gas station. Just press V and use the option refuel from gas pump. After the power outage you can use a generator to power the gas station to refuel your gas cans and cars. To use a generator you need to read the magazine How to Use Generators or the electrician occupation and connect it to the power grid via the context menu when placed near the gas station. Don't forget to turn it off afterwards. You can use generators also for your base to be able to use refrigerators and freezers, but don't place them inside the house for health reasons. Also the condition should not fall below 20%, otherwise you risk that it will explode and cause a fire. The helicopter event can arrive on days 6 to 9 from 9 AM to 7 PM and is quite dangerous. It will draw lots and lots of zombies towards your location, if seen or unseen. My suggestion every time, if you have a base yet, drive or move far away from it. On feet, just run as little as possible, walk away till the helicopter is gone. Some suggest use the forest, the helicopter can see you there, but still, zombies will migrate and they are even more dangerous when you walk between trees. So I myself can't recommend that. Check every radio for the automated emergency broadcast because the frequency is randomized. Every hour after 9 AM each day, the automated emergency broadcast will announce temperature, humidity, wind, fog, rain and snow for the current and next day, extreme weather up to 5 days, and also the power shutoff. The helicopter event will be announced at the end of the forecast and it will show air activity detected as text. Now you got the information up to 24 hours to react to the event. Make sure you got enough food, water and some vitamin pills. The vitamin pills to stay awake when you get very tired. After the event you can go back to your safe house. Carpentry. The easiest way to get experience is reading the corresponding books, like for each other skill, and watching TV or VHS afterwards. But after that, how to level up is the fastest way. Disassembling, especially double beds and large tables, these give the most experience points, and if you manage to get into a hotel to do this, you have easy access to many beds. Carpentry is crucial to be able to build water barrels. As you gain levels in Carpentry, more constructions will become available and your character will build sturdier structures overall. Early on lower levels, crafting spears gain you also a good amount of experience, and who have thought of that? Crafting the most awesome weapon and getting experience points while doing that is absolutely genius. But early on, if you don't have the corresponding skills to build water barrels, just loot as many watering cans, buckets and cooking pots as you can, drop them outside near your farmland, and when it does rain, they fill up so you can use this for your plants or just heat it up till it's safe to drink. Farming, plumbing, trapping and surviving the winter. I suggest farming early to get experience before winter. Also, access to water with water barrels is key. With sacks and shovels, you can dig dirt and use it to farm inside. That way, you can even farm and harvest in winter. Together with trapping, you can survive without canned food. The other strategy would be to use generators to save all the harvested stuff in a freezer the entire winter long, using gas from a gas station. Farming alone won't keep you fed on its own. Just level up fishing and fish in other seasons to keep your weight up, or just trap and survive the winter with trapping and some saved vegetables. For example, cabbage to catch rabbits and squirrels with trapping. In case of using the generator method, just catch as much as you can and put it in the freezer units, especially the ones from some gas stations are very useful for this. Also make sure you plant the crops each 2 to 4 days apart, so you have a constant inflow of food together with trapping. And separating them 1 tile each helps to prevent spread of disease. You said something about plumbing. Why should I plumb? And I say, because you get fresh water. And you say, what? And I say, yes, it's magic. You can get clean water out of tainted water if you use a plumbed sink. So how does this work? You can place a water barrel, for example, on level 1, and you place a piece of furniture, for example a self-built wooden crate, and you place a sink on that. Now, if your water barrel is directly above or one above and adjacent to that tile, you can plumb the sink to it, and if you drink or fill your bottles from that, the water is clean. Isn't that great? I think it is. Cooking. To get all the different cooking utilities to create all kinds of food. Always try to make complete meals out of every component you have available, because you get more out of it. If you instead eat everything on its own, it's not that effective. Easiest way is to make salad with a bowl. With fish or trapped meat, cabbage and other vegetables, you get a simple but good meal. You also train your cooking skill while butchering and making the meal, which has a very big impact on hunger reduction and calories. Not only really a beginner, but rather a quality of life thing is, if enabled, you can delete your trash into the void. Yes, you heard right. Just drop your stuff you want to get rid of into the trash can. The text delete all will appear, just press it and enjoy getting rid of stuff, feeding the universe. Fighting tips and tricks. Well, this is explained very detailed in another video I made, so I linked this also in the comments and the description. I could tell you so much more, but the list would never end and the video would be hours long, even if made as short as possible, so this should be enough information for a beginner. Let me know if you liked the video, also leave a like or dislike, and comments helps me out a ton, and feel free to drop tips into the comments. Also tell me if you would like more detailed information about some categories in this game. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Stay safe, survivor.